Oh, hi, I'm Nick Shell. A lot of people know me as the living legend of hair loss. I just received this comment on a video I made called Fact, Not Balding is Not Normal, focusing on the exception to the rule. Our great friend Andrew Schaefer had this to say, quote, "Have you ever done a segment on how stress and other environmental factors can be contributors to hair loss, and how making life changes can in many circumstances help recovery and growth?" And I've responded back to our friend Andrew and I said this: no, but maybe I will now. So, dramatic fashion. You notice how that's a cliche in movies, that they have the glasses on and then when they want to get serious, they take them off. By the way, if you knew me in real life, you would only really know me as this guy. You wouldn't know me as this is part of my online persona, is that I don't wear glasses. And it's not that I'm like, oh, I don't want to look like a nerd. No, because these make me look smart, because I'm not really that smart. But the real reason is because I rely on my selfie cam right here, because the theatrics are very important to me. All this 3D stuff that I do, that's very important to me. All about breaking, the fourth wall and breaking the rule of thirds. That's very important to me. 1, 2, 3, only to mess it up, right? But the real reason is, when I get close to this, what is that light that you're seeing on my glasses? It's actually the selfie cam itself reflecting off the lenses. So that's why I don't wear my glasses regularly. But yeah, let's talk about that comment as far as, could it just be that if you may think that you're going bald, but actually it's environmental factors and stress that's contributing to hair loss? That's something we should talk about. Yes, absolutely. You could be in a very stressful situation in your life, and I believe that perhaps you could start losing your hair temporarily. Just in the same way, you could have irritable bowel syndrome. You could have acne. A lot of physical outcomes could happen because you are in a stressful situation temporarily. But I do not believe, and I think a lot of people, this is where they get caught up in this, is I'm not thinking that hair loss is permanent. Even if you did have some hair loss that was caused by being in a stressful situation, what I do not think is that that's the reason a lot of people are losing their hair. I think the reason a lot of people are losing their hair is because we are men designed to lose our hair, and it's like a lottery. Some of us don't lose our hair, some of us do, some of us are somewhere in between, and that's how it's going to be. So what I would say is, out of about 7,000 subscribers, how many of my viewers are actually experiencing hair loss because of those temporarily superficial factors? I'd say maybe a few of you, but most of you, I think, are watching because ultimately it's in your DNA. It was already determined when you were born whether you were going to go bald and when you were going to go bald. And my channel is here to help you navigate that and deal with that psychologically. So yes, absolutely. So does that count now? And I appreciate the comment, because I'm sure that'll be very relevant to other people. But to answer the other question, as far as making life changes, can that help recovery and growth once you get out of that stressful situation? Absolutely. I would think so. I don't think permanent hair loss damage is caused by a stressful situation. Now, granted, it could coincide with the year that you were going to noticeably start going bald anyway. It could just be that way. That could be definitely reality. But I know for me, it used to always be that I would break out, I'd get acne, even up until quite recently, if I was in a stressful situation. And when I was a kid, man, I had all kinds of digestive issues when I was a kid, and it was triggered by stress, but that was all temporary. And I think it was because as a kid, I ate meat nonstop. Like, I was eating beef and cheese like all the time. And now that I've been kosher, I don't eat beef with cheese. I rarely even eat beef. So I think it's a matter of, it'd be wishful thinking, I think, for a lot of my viewers to think, oh, okay, so maybe I'm just seeing some thinning happen because I'm stressed out. That would be wishful thinking, but I don't think that's the reality for most people watching, and I don't think that's what would draw in a crowd of nearly 7,000 people if it were something like that. I think that's wishful thinking. I think that's definitely, like I've said in other videos, that's focusing on an exception to the rule and hoping that applies to us, when in reality, we are masculine men who were designed to go bald, and therefore we were put in a place where we are given a decision by the Lord himself. Do you want to spend your time, energy, and money on trying to stop the way I've designed you? Or do you want to embrace that and overcome that and realize that your identity is not based on your hair? It's based on so many other things, like helping others, building other people up, helping them with their own issues, which makes you more attractive in so many other ways. By being skilled, learning a skill, becoming confident in that, at the same time knowing what you're not good at, what you're not skilled at. Because being able to be confident in what you're not good at is confidence. People don't expect you to be good at everything. We're all bad at certain things. I'm only good at a few things. And that's the things I tend to do the most, like make videos. And I got an English degree for a reason, because I'm good at communicating and writing, all that stuff. It's a matter of embracing those things. The Lord wants us to focus on those things as men. I think it's feminine to worry about hair. I think women, they have to worry about their looks. I know that sounds sexist, but that's the real world. Women are judged very harshly on their looks, and I hate that for them. It's not the same way for men. It's a different. We're judged very harshly. Completely different set of rules and principles. I am Nick Shell, living legend of hair loss, and I'm glad that you are here. Your comment belongs right here.